Good evening. Ira Epstein with your Spider ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening. As we're here now on Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2026. Whoa, what a time in the marketplace. That's all you can say. If you're in the Medicare field or in the, like UnitedHealthcare, Aetna, which is owned by CVS, you got beaten up today and beaten up good. As the government has decided that the amount of increase they're going to give to the insurance companies that, for the Medicare and the like, 0.09%. That's not even close to the inflation number. So they got beaten up because it will impact earnings as they go forward. But more important, how are they going to pass anything on? Are we going to be paying for that? That becomes a big question as we take a look at things. When we take a look at news coming out tomorrow, before we get too far, you're going to get the Mortgage Market Association. They're going to come out at 6, give us their index numbers. Petroleum stock numbers, they're going to come out at 9:30. And we're going to get from the FOMC, which went into their first day of the meeting, tomorrow's the second day, their policy statement, and then the press conference at about 1:20. So this all starts at 1, and then the press conference about 20 minutes later. What are they going to do? They're going to sit pat. I don't see them doing anything until at least late spring, summer. We'll see where they're at that point in time, as long as things stay as they are. And right now, there's no need to do anything. You look at unemployment claims, you look at all those numbers, just not a problem. Yeah, I know in 2 weeks we're going to be getting the jobs report again, so we'll look at it a week from Friday, but it's not there right now, so I'm not going to worry about that at this point in time. We obviously have an armada still building, going towards Iran. We've already heard that the Houthis in Yemen, they want to join in and create havoc in the Strait of Hormuz and attack the ships, and those in Iraq. We will see what the president decides to do. Now, when you take a look at the markets today, GM came out with their numbers, and they were stellar. No other word around it. They've eaten that loss on EVs. They're producing like mad. Stock was up sharply, up $6.95 today. Ford was up 49 cents. So you can see the battle is on between the two. Who's going to win it? All the metals, again, sharply higher. I'm almost like a broken record. I wish I had one of those Kramer things where you can hit it and go sharply higher again, sharply higher again. And they all were. They were down early today. Silver, in fact, had a good-sized correction. And speaking about that, the CME Group is going to be coming out now in February 9th with the 100-ounce silver contract. What has happened is, as silver has gotten so expensive, the ratio of margin to the leverage is too expensive for people to do. And the Merc is setting records on trading. A lot of it's coming from the metal markets that they dominate, and they're not going to give that up. So they're lowering the size of the contracts. I expect that to happen in other markets. Why not copper? Why not some others? I think they should be doing that. The question is, will the trade, I'm not talking retail trade, the commercial business get behind it? I don't see why it matters. As long as it's all fungible, who cares? It all works. URA up. I had one of my good friends on the phone today, a world traveler, and we were talking about that, and he's been purchasing that, and I've been saying, yeah, I like it a lot. We began full coverage of it. Rivian down again into the $15 mark. ARC was up today, even though Tesla was down $4. Lilly came down pretty good, $23 more. We're looking at Netflix down 12 cents, but Netflix, even though it got to 83.89, won't take a lot to get it a bit friendlier than this. So let's go to the charts and see what we've got. As you know, Apple's numbers are coming out shortly. I told you yesterday I just bought my new Apple phone. We've got higher lows, higher highs. We'll see what goes there. By the way, I bought it now because when the 18 comes out, then my wife can have my 17, and I'll roll to the 18, and we start rotating our phones again. But as I look at how this market is going, and you put this on with the swing line, you have higher lows, higher highs. That is bullish. The market got up and ran into the resistance right where we talked. I mentioned that I thought the market, if it rallied, would have resistance between the 18-day and the 100. It did. There's a small gap in the chart. The market up this much in front of earnings, got to be a little careful. Things get hit like that, and that's why probably the healthcare got hurt so much. They had been on a rally mode, and you get a piece of news that surprises you, away you go. When we take a look at the Bollinger Band, it's all the way down here. It's not even in the game right now. And once you lost the bearish embedded reading, the goal was, could you get up to the 18-day average? Just like that. Yes, you could. I'm surprised Netflix hasn't done it the same way. On URA, you flirted yesterday with losing the embedded reading. If I come here, I'm not going to be able to move it. I can see the top one is moving. I'm sorry about that. But what the market is doing is it flirted with losing it, it kept it. It either, excuse me, right now makes a move to 59.74, or if it takes out today's low, you're in trouble and you probably lose the embedded reading, and you might be headed wherever the 18-day averages, could be the $52 marker thereabouts. Tesla got up for a day or two, tried to stay over the 18-day average, couldn't, and now the market's back down and actually under the 100-day support. Could be going back to 422.41. We'll have to wait and see there. FedEx, I don't know if you saw UPS's numbers and like, but they came out very good. So this gets the bid as well as this goes with it. And I do think these look good. I think you're going to see pro buying at the 36.20 area. Stops probably under the 394 zone, looking to see if they can get up into the 320 level. In Netflix, this is what I said. You lost the bearish embedded reading. Before you go down here to 81.93, I'll be surprised if you don't make a run for the 18-day average. Now, each day that goes by, though, hurts it. Why? Because each day that goes by, what takes place is this average is going to drop. You're dropping a higher number up here, you're adding a lower number down here, and that'll drop the 18-day average. So the profit that you can expect is dwindling every single day, in my opinion. Google, how could you not like this? I do think this market looks bullish. I think you're coming up here, but I think they're the clear winner for search engines in terms of the AI they're going to have, and I think they'll be the dominant player at this point in time. I can't tell you what the future holds in terms of a year, 2 years from now, but looking at this year, I still feel that that's very much the case. Rivian, okay, Citi's looking better and better. Citigroup came out and the market rallied on them. They came out about here and they were calling for the stock maybe at $10. Went all the way up. It is backing off right now. You don't try to catch a falling knife. You know, you hold back, let the market do its thing. We'll see where it goes. Joby, the same thing. I can see the $13 mark. I had mentioned that. No surprise to me at all. In XLF, lower highs, lower lows. The market's got bearish embedded reading. I know that people keep talking, they want to own the banks and that. All the big boys are in this one. I'm talking the four major banks. No, I don't want to do that. In XLI, so we put in a double bottom in the market here. If this is good, the market should not take out today's low of 163.72. The problem is it's overbought, so I don't see the market getting a commitment of new money into it. I'm surprised that it did that today with an outside day up being overbought. XLE, the one thing I have been telling people that have been writing me, talking to me, I said it this morning in the morning flash update. You don't want to be pressing in any manner the short side of energies while the U.S. is building up this armada by Iran. And the reason is you don't know that the Strait of Hormuz won't be blocked. And then all of a sudden the oil gets cut off again. It has to go around the Cape Horn area. Everything gets delayed. That could be a bullish signal. In addition, we have a lot of technical work, including our price counts, which are privy to just Linn and Associates. And to make a long story short, still calling for higher prices. Gold doesn't stop. It just keeps ratcheting up here. You're now seeing the power of an embedded reading as it's at work, and it just keeps moving on you. Walmart, until today's low's taken out, I think you have to assume a bottom has been put in. So I look for the pros to be a buyer 88.16 with stops under today's low of 86.71. Microsoft finally paying back. I don't understand this whole break that it had. It makes so much on so many of its products that it doesn't make sense. But if you bought it and you just said, I'm going to just buy it because I want to own it, you got yourself really into a lot of trouble. I'll wait and let our charts tell us what to do. In BND, you can see the lower highs, the lower lows, but the bias is up since you're over the 18-day average of closes. Momentum is pointing higher. It's a mixed up chart. The resistance is the 100-day average in green. It went for it yesterday. It's going for it again today, up to the upper Bollinger Band. And you have an outside day up. So if you take that out, today's high, so you go to the upper Bollinger Band. Why go into the FOMC? We don't know what they're going to say anyways. Dollar index is just sort of struggling here. I am very bearish in it. I was talking to my friend today who trades oil, and I'm talking olive oil, one of the biggest that I know of. And we were talking, and he wanted to know what I thought of the euro, and I said, well, conservative is 120, maybe 1.25, and the dollar conservatively drops accordingly. So you got to pay attention to that, and we were discussing that at length. Higher lows, higher highs, market running very strongly to the upside here. We'll see just what the market wants to do with it. But I cannot tell clients to sell under a Bollinger Band or buy over it. No matter how bullish or bearish I am, you get yourself into trouble doing that. And one of the things I want you to do is stay out of trouble and learn. So if you haven't looked at our trading kit, do so. All right, in it, we broke it down into chapters for you. First off, you get the charting software you see me working with. You're going to get all the special reports that I put out and so on while you get this free access to this report, all right, to this part here. And how we did it is we created it in a way that when you get an email from us, you click it, it'll create an icon on your desk that you can erase, but it'll have all our different products right in there for you. So you don't have to worry, how do I get this? How do I get that? The different courses that I have, links to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the numerous courses that they put out in addition. Then we get, if you want, you can, while you're in there, you can sign up for our price counts and the other information. You got a host of information here. So what do you do with it? How do you get it? It's pretty simple. You just move your cursor to the top of the page right behind me. You'll see an icon. You can move over here. If you're watching me on YouTube, you'll see the gear set. That'll take you there. Or you go to iraepstein.com and just go to the free offers, futures trading kit, or you can call my staff. There's plenty of ways to do this. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. I'll catch up with one and all in my other videos tonight. And of course, in the morning flash update. Take care.